2020 saw OnePlus debut its Nord series with, well, the Nord. In our review, we praised it for its clean software, solid performance and fast charging. At €399, it struck a great balance between value and quality. OnePlus has since launched two more entries into the Nord series, being the N10 and the N100, the latter of which isn't so great. However, we've started seeing rumours about another Nord, the next Nord coming into the series, and so we wanted to give our 2 cents on the next Nord and what we want from it. So without further ado, here is our OnePlus Nord 2 wishlist. Better cameras. One of our biggest complaints with the Nord was that the camera just felt unbalanced and favoured quantity over quality. There were 6 total cameras, 2 of them on the front and 4 on the back. The ones on the back were a wide, an ultra wide, a depth sensor and a macro camera. Those last 2 ones though, they seem to kind of just be there to fluff out the spec sheet and not to actually add any value to the camera experience. On a similar note, the quality disparity between the main and the ultra wide was just too much really. OnePlus should drop the 2 extra cameras on the back, leaving the 2 selfie shooters, the main and the ultra wide, and focus on the continuity and quality of both hardware and processing. Remember guys, more cameras on a smartphone does not equal better photo quality. 3 years of Android updates. OnePlus confirms that the Nord would receive 2 years of Android platform upgrades and 3 years of security patches. This is standard for most major manufacturers. However, Samsung recently increased its support to 3 version updates and 4 years of security updates. This of course increases longevity and allows users to hold on to their devices for longer before feeling the need to upgrade. OnePlus has shown a similar commitment to this in their flagship division in terms of their software output. But there was a recent controversy over OnePlus only giving its Nord N10 and N100 devices just 1 software update. This seemingly goes against what OnePlus has been historically known for, great software and great software support. We hope that the Nord 2 gets a full 3 years of Android platform upgrades and hopefully 4 years of security updates as well. More consistent pricing. Phone pricing varies across different markets due to a number of factors. It happens with Apple devices, OnePlus devices, you name it. However, there was a massive difference between the Nord in India and in Europe in terms of pricing. The 128GB model costs €399 in Europe, but just over the equivalent of €316 in India. That's a price drop of just over €80 or a quarter of the phone's value. That's a substantial difference. More consistent pricing here would level the playing field, and we'd like to see the Nord 2 in Europe be closer to India's pricing. US availability. Something we found really strange about the original OnePlus Nord is that OnePlus didn't launch it in America, where there's actually not a lot of competition in the mid-range sector, especially compared to in Europe. You'd have expected OnePlus to seize the chance to take a chunk of the US market, but no. OnePlus brought the Nord N10 to the US, but that phone doesn't match the Nord in terms of value nor quality. With the Nord 2, OnePlus has that chance to really enter the mid-range US market and compete with the likes of the Pixel 4a. MicroSD support. The only phone in the company's history to be available with microSD expansion was the OnePlus X, the company's first mid-ranger way back in 2015. Since then, OnePlus has steered clear of supporting expandable storage in its phones. Back when the Nord launched in India with its specific 64GB model, it seemed kind of weird that it didn't come with microSD expansion because that seemed like the perfect chance to include that because it was a 64GB model. And for those unaware, 64GB of storage in a phone in 2020 isn't a lot of storage. If the Nord 2 comes with a 64GB option then, it only feels right to have the expandable storage go with it. New design. This is something that I personally really want in the OnePlus Nord 2 is when I reviewed the OnePlus Nord back in 2020, one of my biggest gripes is that the design was just a little bit too samey. Instead, I'd like to see OnePlus maybe take a note from Poco with what it's doing with its more original and unique designs that help the phones stand out against a sea of mid-rangers, especially here in Europe. And that about concludes today's video guys. That's what we want from the Nord 2 going into 2021. If you want to read the original article, then please do check out the one by Hadley Simons. The link will be at the top of the video description to check that out. And while you're down there, please do hit like and comment letting us know what you want to see from the OnePlus Nord 2 and subscribe to never miss a video like this one. I've been Ryan Thomas with Android Authority and I'll catch you later.